Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 25th to the 31st of May 2020. We are in the month of Gemini. We have the new moon in Gemini and also Venus retrograde in Gemini. So the whole week is very encapsulated with the Gemini energies, and this is a great opportunity for us to observe our mind, to observe our thoughts and to focus. So while we're slowed down, there's a lot of distraction still on the outside, especially across the internet and in the media. But the real workshop here is to focus deep within. On Monday we have Mars and Uranus making a harmonious aspect to each other, and together they can light the fire of excitement deep within our heart. So with Venus as our heart and our values retrograding in Gemini, we can go in and have a look at the thoughts that are working for us and the thoughts that are working against us, and feel the difference. What we give our attention to is often then what we act upon, and we're here with the Gemini twins in the balance of fear and love. So with our conscious mind exploring what's deep in our heart, what fires us up, and what's our excitement, we can also have a look at the blocks to that, whether we feel that we don't deserve to receive, and why would that be? There's a very big sense of clearing space here, and that space can be cleared through deleting repetitive, negative and limiting thoughts. So Mars and Uranus there really lighting the fire of excitement, showing us what we value and taking it to heart, really feeling it on Monday. We can explore the difference between thinking and knowing here. As the Sun moves through Gemini, it's important to know our minds and to master our thoughts. So to begin this process, it's worth realising that you're the one having the thoughts are not you. You're the observer of your thoughts. They're running across your mind in a stream of consciousness, but we don't have to belong to them. Many are habitual. Many are trying to warn us of things we've done in the past so that we don't do them again in the future. But once we observe them, we can get that message, and we don't need that constant reminder. We have the ability to change our mind, but we can only do that once we realise what our mind is telling us and whether it's working for us or not. So realising that thoughts are waveforms, they're coming through us. When we tune in according to our level of consciousness, we can raise above the collective. So if enough people are thinking the same thing, then if we're on autopilot, when we get up in the morning we're tuning into that collective waveform. But it's with conscious awareness that we can lift above that, and that's very much the lesson that we're learning with these energies. And this is important because we're at a time when there is a balance of fear and love, where there's a big blanket of fear that's trying to impose itself on us, but it's very much our choice whether we go with that or whether we raise our vibration. Our thoughts influence our feelings, and it's our feelings that we're putting out in waveforms, very potent ones, measurable outside the body. So it's our conscious awareness that realises we're contributing these waveforms, and if we're contributing something fearful or negative, then now we have the ability to go in and change that. By Thursday, Mercury moves into Cancer and crosses over the solstice point. So the solstice point is when the Sun crosses over from Gemini to Cancer, and Mercury moving in front of the Sun makes that move first. And this is really where thoughts and feelings can be brought into harmony, as Cancer is the realm of our waters of our body, our intuition, what we're feeling. So by Thursday we have the Sun in Gemini, but Mercury moving into Cancer, and we can explore our mental, emotional landscape. And to do this requires objectivity. So taking a step back, observing those thought forms, not being them, not getting caught up in that repetitive story, and then seeing what emotions they're creating, whether that's a story running from our past, and whether that's a story that's run its course and we're ready to make the necessary changes. By the end of the week there's a feeling that we're wrapping up a 7-year story here, bringing it to a close. Very much not supposed to drag the baggage of the past forwards, but to find the message within it so that we can step forward lighter and brighter. So towards the end of the week, have a look at a story that served its purpose. It could be adding density in repetition to your thoughts and feelings, and realise that it's time to let go of that and clear some space. Gemini is an air sign. We need some space to move. It's very light, bright energy. And so far in 2020 we've had the 2 grand conjunctions in January and in April, drawing a line in the sand and saying that the past is over. But the residue that's still hanging around in our energy body needs to be rinsed and shaken off and released. Because by the weekend some very fresh energies come in. Once we've made the space, Gemini loves to reinvent itself, to change from one form to another, to stay current and relevant. It's a very young and childlike sign. And when we let go of some of the complexity, we can come home to simplicity. On one level, we're being given the opportunity now to relax, to recover, and to rejuvenate. We're in a state of not knowing, so the control mind has to let go. As we surrender to the now, as we centre within, and we learn how to create our world from our frequency, from our conscious awareness, and step into a new way of being empowered. So quite a simple and deep week here. Being the observer, stepping back, working with the mind to raise our consciousness, working with the heart to anchor in our excitement and our empowerment, to manifest and to change from one space to another, so that what we are manifesting is representative of our true selves. So if you'd like to see where this is happening for you, I am available one-to-one online, and I also offer coaching and tuition. So please do come through to me, zoehines7@gmail.com. I post daily on Facebook at AstroZo and Instagram at zoehines7. And these daily write-ups are on my website with information of my readings and other services, astrozo.com. So wishing you a wonderfully simple and clearing week. Stay focused, raise your consciousness, and decide what your vibrational contribution is going to be. So those are the horoscopes this week, and I'll see you next week.